For me, one of the best things about working at TriMet is associating with other bus drivers. Some of the most extraordinary people I've ever met happen to work here as bus drivers. And just so happens that one of my best friends here, who actually started at the same time I did, and so we went through the whole experience together, is actually retiring. And he shared with me some of his thoughts about his life here at TriMet, and I thought it'd be interesting to put this onto the blog because he always had a very profound aspect to him about the way he is able to read the world and events around him. He's one of the people that I consider extraordinary working at TriMet as a bus driver.
Well, I want to hear about your feelings and about it all. I mean, it's a significant part of your life, and it has been. And you're about to move. We'll consider you gone.
Yes, as of September 2nd.
And what do you? What can you share with me about it all? What profound thoughts have you learned? What profound lessons?
The TriMet experience is something I would have never wished upon myself under any circumstance except the most desperate. And unfortunately, I was in the most desperate of circumstances, so I accepted.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Jan.
So what makes you say that? That's pretty hard. That's pretty brutal.
There were 14 people that I had on my list of possible employers. TriMet was number 14. They are the only ones who offered me a job, so I accepted.
Okay, well.
You want to lock this door? Yeah, at least for a moment.
Well, that's something. I mean, they offered you the job.
Well, the exciting part was that because I accepted, because it was absolutely essential that I completed, that I survived, I had to adjust, to adapt, to mature in areas that I didn't want to.
Uh-huh.
One of them was management of fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of the unpredictable, fear of doing things that I had no experience in. And for that I'm grateful.
That's good, right? That's positive stuff.
It is positive. I've done things, I've mastered things that fear or uncertainty were a component on a daily basis. And I've learned how to manage that. Now, I wouldn't have done it in any other circumstance except that.
Right.
And so I owe a debt of gratitude. No, hot. Hot. The other thing is, the irony is that TriMet paid better than anything I've ever done. Even the things that I love to do did not pay as well as TriMet. And it's odd how TriMet, the experience that I never liked, never enjoyed, but learned how to manage, paid for everything that I did enjoy and did love. I just had to invest 12 hours a day for 5 days a week for 11 years, 2 months, and 2 weeks. Extraordinary. I was willing to do it because the one was offset by the other. The benefits that I achieved, that I experienced as a result of this unpleasant experience were greater than that unpleasant experience. Am I being a little too...
No, I want to hear, yeah. So what exactly was the most unpleasant to you about it? What?
To live every day with the certainty that tomorrow I might be unemployed.
Oh, you mean... TriMet?
TriMet.
You're always under some kind of a problem there or something?
I had 3 PAs in the first 18 months.
Oh yeah,
So for
I've heard.
2 years,
I've heard
I
this.
lived in daily fear
Oh yeah, I've heard this story.
that
Oh, God.
the next day would be my last. Now, Consider,
Great.
once I hit the 5-year mark was the most terrible time of my life.
I see.
Because then I had to make a commitment for another 5 years. I mean, consciously say, I'm at 5 years, I either leave or I commit to another 5. And I hated the idea of having no options except to comply. Didn't like it. Until I realized, of course, that I had to look at what my value systems were, what were important, and whatever was unpleasant about the next 5 years was overshadowed and surpassed by those things which would be achieved through that experience. And it was.
Right.
I wouldn't trade the TRIMET experience for anything, and I would have never done it voluntarily. It was only under the most stressful and desperate circumstance that I even did it at all.
Understood. But yet they were the ones that gave you the employment you needed.
Yes.
So for that, you have to
I'm grateful.
thank them.
Yes.
And they give you something as you leave.
They give me something that at the time I didn't really expect. Lifetime medical and dental, which I learned later in life is of no small value for the majority of the U.S. population. I have something unique. So my suffering was not in vain. I have skills that I never would have had before. I have benefits that I would never achieved through any previous employer, not likely through any successive employer that I was used to in the past.